Hello everyone, today, I will recap the movie The Marvels. Do you recognize this superheroine? She is Captain Marvel, a powerful character with overwhelming abilities. However, there are still challenges for she. Her enemies cannot defeat her directly, but they attack her loved ones. Can Captain Marvel defeat evil this time? Come with me, watch the whole recap video of this movie. In the vast universe, a woman named Dar-Benn is on a rocky planet. She digs a large rock from underground and uses her powerful hammer to break it. From the pile of broken rocks, she finds a bracelet. She immediately puts the bracelet on her wrist, and it emits a strange light. She wants to find another bracelet, but cannot find it. The man opposite her says that the other bracelet may be somewhere else. Meanwhile, on Earth, in Jersey City, a young girl named Kamala is fulfilling her imagination through drawings. Her idol is Captain Marvel. However, Kamala does not know that her imagination is about to become a reality. In outer space, Carol Danvers, also known as Captain Marvel, is lying in her bed. Through a brainwave connection device, she is exploring her lost memories. Danvers finds that she must leave her family to join an important mission, destroy the supreme artificial intelligence of the planet Kree, in the hope that this will end all the trouble. At this time, Danvers suddenly wakes up when she receives a call from Nick Fury, the founder of Saber, informing her of an unusual incident in the network system. Fury also tells her that Monica, the daughter of her deceased friend, is outside checking the system. Danvers is surprised because she has not seen Monica since she left home. Fury offers to arrange for the two to talk, but Monica refuses. He sends the information and assigns Danvers and Monica to investigate. As Monica approaches the jump point to investigate, Danvers arrives and finds the jump point open, causing the energy to increase. She also sees a hole nearby that Dar-Benn dug, and Monica's crew notices that the energy from the jump point is still leaking out. Danvers and Monica approach the jump point from opposite sides, and both touch it. On Earth, Kamala, who is wearing the bracelet, is sucked into this strange phenomenon. They all switch places. Monica is no longer wearing her spacesuit, and is thrown to the ground by the jump point, while Danvers is transported to Kamala's bedroom at her house. While Kamala magically puts on Monica's spacesuit, and floats outside Fury's spaceship. She is terrified, and has no idea what is happening. However, Kamala quickly recognizes Fury, and on the other side, Danvers sees pictures of her on Kamala's bedroom wall. Danvers runs down to the living room, and finds Kamala's parents sitting there. They are surprised to see her. Danvers then goes outside and flies back to Fury's spaceship. However, before she gets there, she is ambushed by Dar-Benn's soldiers. During the confrontation, she forces a soldier to reveal Dar-Benn's mission. He tells her that Dar-Benn is in Tarnax, where the Skrulls are hiding after their planet was destroyed. Dar-Benn is there under the guise of continuing peace talks with the Kree. Danvers decides to go to Tarnax to stop Dar-Benn. Monica questions Fury about her transformation. Fury explains that she has switched places with a girl named Kamala, but the two are still unclear about how this happened. Kamala's parents tell her that they saw Captain Marvel leave Kamala's room. Kamala is shocked and happy to see her idol in their home and in her room. Danvers has arrived in Tarnax. During the reconciliation meeting, Dar-Benn, representing the Skrulls, negotiates with the Kree. Dar-Benn offers to cooperate in rebuilding. The Skrulls will have a place in the Empire, and Dar-Benn will help resettle them, as both the Skrulls and the Kree have been on the run since the destruction of their planets. At this point, Danvers had successfully gotten inside. When the Sentinel sees her, Danvers punches him, and Kamala continues switches places with Danvers. Kamala, now in Tarnax and unaware of the situation, is unable to fight the guards. However, Danvers' cat helps Kamala devour several guards, before Monica is teleported in, leading to an unexpected fight with Monica. Kamala then finds herself at home with Danvers' cat. She tries to explain everything to her parents, but they do not understand. Eventually, Danvers' cat releases the Tarnax guards, and they begin to attack Kamala in her house. At this time, Danvers is explaining to Fury how she touched the jump point. Then, she is suddenly transported to Kamala's house to join the fight. However, these guards are no match for the superhero Captain Marvel, and if they confront her, they will only lose. At Tarnax, Kamala uses her bracelet to create a protective cloud, and teleports her and the guards to Fury's spaceship. He also assists Kamala in fighting the guards. Danvers is transported to Tarnax to continue fighting. Meanwhile, Monica is at Kamala's house, fighting against the enemies. Kamala's parents also join her in fighting against the guards. Monica has the ability to transform. When they attack, they will pass through her body. Monica then moves to Fury's spaceship and continues fighting there. At this time, at Kamala's house, the guards have been captured. Kamala's house was also badly damaged, leaving her parents helpless. Yuri and Monica soon knocked on Kamala's door. They introduced themselves to her parents and wanted to take Kamala with them. Yuri's bodyguards also brought the bound guards outside. While they were talking, Danvers was teleported in Kamala's place. They noticed that this change in position happened as they approached the jump point. They also understood that the use of their powers caused the change in position. However, they did not know what the real cause of this was. After discussing, Fury theorized that all three of them shared the same power source, which was light. Upon hearing Fury's deduction, she realized that Kamala was standing in her place. Danvers tried to bring Kamala back. She used her powers to try and teleport back but failed. So she had to quickly return to Tarnax to save Kamala, who was confronting Dar-Benn. As Danvers flies into the sky, she teleports with Kamala, causing Kamala to fall from above. Monica, the only one there, immediately flies up to save her, but unfortunately, she is not good at flying. She tries her best but still cannot keep her balance, while Kamala is also struggling with her bracelet. The bracelet activates the protection, causing them to switch places with Danvers. The one who was on her way to Tarnax now falls to the ground. Meanwhile, Monica and Kamala are facing Dar-Benn in Tarnax. They are taken hostage by the guards. Dar-Benn felt betrayed by Skrull, as she thought they had contacted Captain Marvel and her associates. Meanwhile, Kamala noticed that Dar-Benn was wearing the same bracelet as her, so she quickly hid her hands behind her back. Dar-Benn was about to kill the two of them, but Danvers appeared just in time. Danvers intended to attack Dar-Benn to take her down, but unexpectedly, Danvers' attack was absorbed by Dar-Benn's bracelet, making her stronger. The fight was quick and both sides randomly switched positions. However, Dar-Benn had another plan, so she quickly left. She ordered the destruction of the area, using her bracelet combined with the energy from the jump points. Dar-Benn wanted to completely destroy the Kree Empire and Danvers' team. Unexpectedly, while Dar-Benn was performing the ritual, Kamala's bracelet suddenly glowed. Dar-Benn then left. The three girls also appeared and sided with the Skrulls. Danvers tried to save as many people as possible. In the end, the Skrulls were evacuated by Captain Marvel's spaceship. The dimensional rift is frantically sucking the life force from this planet, transferring it to the Kree's almost exhausted planet of Hala. Is it the right decision to accept destroying one place to save another? Currently, the Skrulls are facing many difficulties, trying to escape this disaster. The group of three girls, although trying, have limited strength and know that they cannot save everyone. Therefore, they need to prioritize saving King Drog. At this time, he is heartbroken for the fate of his race, once again forced to wander to make a living, because the Skrulls have nowhere else to go. Captain Marvel enlisted the help of her friend, Valkyrie, the Queen of Aladna. She used the bridge to bring the people down to Earth, where they would take up temporary residence on the planet Aladna. Dar-Benn began restoring the oxygen that had been drained from Tarnax, allowing everyone to breathe. They began to regard Dar-Benn as a goddess, and she promised to do more until all of Hala was restored. On Danvers' ship, Monica asks Danvers why she left them behind all those years ago without returning. Danvers explains that although she promised to return, there were too many people who needed Captain Marvel's help, making it impossible for her to return. Kamala then introduces herself to Danvers. The three girls also realize that Dar-Benn also has a bracelet like Kamala. This bracelet is meant to connect the entire galaxy. They also notice that Dar-Benn only has one bracelet, and when she used her hammer, it caused an energy overload. As a result, the jump points became unstable. They need to find Dar-Benn before she creates a new jump point. Danvers gives them a device to view their memories. They all look back at their past and realize that Monica's parents have died, leaving her as the only one left in the family. Kamala and Danvers comfort Monica by hugging her. They then come up with a plan to retrieve Dar-Benn's remaining bracelet. Kamala talks to her parents, while Fury takes Kamala's parents to his spaceship. At this point, the three girls learn to work as a team and are trained to be ready to switch places. Once they have trained to a certain level, they can disappear and switch places. They then travel to the planet Aladna, which is mostly covered in water. The three girls plan to take advantage of this to trap Dar-Benn, but they do not know that this is a very dangerous act. When they arrive, the inhabitants welcome them with a traditional song. Surprisingly, Captain Marvel is the princess of this planet. During a party, Prince Yen welcomes his wife, Captain Marvel. At this time, Captain Marvel's team and Prince Yen are preparing to fight Dar-Benn, ready to defeat the army attacking Aladna. Suddenly, outside the space, the rifts are torn, forming a teleportation array to lead the Kree army into attack. Dar-Benn took the lead. Seeing that the planet's army was weak, she threatened the prince, advising him to kneel and surrender if he did not want to lose his life. It seemed she intended to give them a chance to survive. Dar-Benn led the army. The battle began soon after. Monica and Danvers joined forces to attack. Although they lacked actual combat experience, they did not expect that the hammer was still on the ground. A subordinate threw the hammer towards Dar-Benn, causing Monica and Danvers to be pushed into the sky by the hammer's power. Dar-Benn immediately rushed after them. Just as she was about to use her hammer to open a rift in space, Monica, filled with determination, rushed into action. Thanks to her intervention, she temporarily thwarted Dar-Benn's plan. At this point, Monica and Danvers' coordinated attack continuously switched positions, causing Dar-Benn to fall. Kamala also quickly arrived, and Dar-Benn noticed Kamala's bracelet. Monica immediately told Kamala to return to the ship. Danvers took advantage of Kamala's escape and delivered a devastating blow to Dar-Benn. She angrily wrestled Danvers back. Danvers did not expect that the bracelet had the ability to absorb her power, which surprised her. Then, Dar-Benn punched Danvers away, then used the bracelet to control the jump points, draining all the water on the planet Aladna. The Marvel team quickly left Aladna, but they realized that Dar-Benn would not give up easily. Her plan was to kill the inhabitants of other planets, steal all their resources, and brought to planet Hala. Danvers witnesses this and is furious. She jumped up at the Kree warships, destroying many of them, but they are still nothing compared to enemy overwhelming force. The planet is running out of water. Meanwhile, Dar-Benn has attacked Fury's spaceship. Team Marvel has returned to Fury's ship, and everyone is in a panic. Fury is forced to move all the crew members, as it is their only chance of survival. However, the large number of crew members makes it difficult to move. Fortunately, Fury had another plan. The magical cats would swallow everyone for easier transportation. Fury had a small spaceship ready for escape. The crew was now screaming in panic, fearing for their lives. However, they ended up being swallowed by the cats. Of course, the cats took up less space than humans, and they would regurgitate the entire crew once they reached safety. Soon, the cats filled the ship, and the group was ready to depart, while Dar-Benn continued to absorb sunlight with his bracelet. Eventually, Fury's ship landed on Earth without anyone being hurt, but sunlight was slowly fading. Cats vomit on space station staff. At that moment, Dar-Benn arrived at Fury's spaceship. The Marvel team was also there, and they started fighting. They all fought Dar-Benn and kept moving positions. However, Dar-Benn was not easy to defeat. Each time they fought, she became stronger. They were forced to use a series of magic spells to restrain her. Thanks to the bracelet, Dar-Benn easily absorbed their attacks and counterattacked quickly. The team took the hammer and defeated Dar-Benn. Dar-Benn claims that Hala lost her son because of Danvers, so she is trying to save Hala for the good of her planet. However, she takes advantage of this moment to attack Kamala and take the bracelets. Dar-Benn puts both bracelets on her arms, creating a rift in space and time, intending to absorb the entire sun and bring it to the planet Hala. Although Danvers' body is struggling against the enormous energy, Danvers' entire body begins to crack. She summons all her strength to fight Dar-Benn, using the force to push Dar-Benn into the rift, turning her into ash, leaving only the two bracelets behind. Danvers is now weakening. Outside in space, Monica has come to save Danvers and bring back the two bracelets. What they need to do now is close the rift in space and time. Monica quickly guides them through this process. She states that Kamala needs to use both bracelets. Surprisingly, the second bracelet does not seem to harm Kamala. She is the true owner of the bracelet, and combined with Danvers' power. After absorbing the two sources of power from the light, Monica reaches her most powerful state and appears godlike. She will then travel through space and time to a parallel world to absorb the power of both bracelets in order to finally close the rift that is opening. However, Monica does not reveal to them that if she does so, she will have to remain in the parallel world forever. When Monica closes the rift in space and time, Danvers realizes that Monica will be left in a parallel universe, and that they will never see each other again. Although Danvers tries to stop her, Monica views this as an opportunity to reunite with her mother. She tells Danvers that she feels fine and is ready for what is to come. Monica ultimately closes the rift and remains in the parallel universe, while Kamala returns to Earth, and Danvers continues to restore the sun on the planet Hala. Kamala's family moves into a new home and sets out on their next mission. This brief collaboration inspires Kamala to seek out other young heroes and form a new team. Monica eventually finds herself lying in a hospital bed. In front of her is a doctor. and another who looks exactly like her mother. The movie ends here, and we still don't know if Monica can return to her world. All problems have a peaceful solution. If Dar-Benn had negotiated with Captain Marvel from the beginning, perhaps things would not have come to this unfortunate end, and many people would not have been affected. So when you hurt others, can you truly live happily? Thank you for your support. It helps the channel grow like today. If you liked this video, give it a like, and leave a comment about your feelings regarding the movie. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow my latest movie recaps. See you soon.